Hello people, welcome to my channel. In this video I am going to show you how to automate the date picker. So here we are seeing the official documentation website for the CodeceptJS. So here we can see all the documentation, how to set up with the different helpers and all. So in this video I am going to use the Playwright. So I am going to Playwright, and here they have given lot of inbuilt functions. So we can use it as per our requirement. And here this is the demo site where I am going to automate the date picker. So here I am landing and I am clicking this date picker. Okay. So here we are going to directly launch this URL and enter the date in this one. So it is a very simple one. So let me start with that. So I am using the Visual Studio Code IDE here for doing automation in the CodeceptJS Playwright. So here for the first thing we need to create a test file. For that we have the command npx CodeceptJS GT, which is generate test. So here it will create a test file under the test folder. Okay, so I'm giving date picker. So this is in the gray format, whatever it is showing, this is the name with which it is going to create a test file under the test folder. I'm okay with it. I'm just clicking and enter. So here you can see it is a test file with a basic format, how we need to start with the feature name and the scenarios here. If we have the multiple scenarios, we can go on creating the multiple scenarios here. So here I am giving the scenario name, which is the date picker. Okay, the first thing is we need to launch the web page. So I am on page. Here in the Codecept configuration file, we have given the base URL already in the Playwright helper section. So I am going to give the remaining URL, which is from here till here. Okay. Now we have launched on that page. Now we need to check is the element here, which is date. I am going to inspect that element. So here it is. I can give input hash date picker. So the first one itself, it is identifying this. So I'm not bothered about other remaining 3 elements here. I'm going to just give this I dot wait for element. And then time. So here this input element is inside the iframe. So first thing is we need to switch into the iframe. For that we have, so any functionality you can right away come here and check for any inbuilt function is available in this. So that practice will make us very useful, and we can follow it whenever we need it, so that we can avoid creating the duplicate functionalities in the CodeceptJS framework. So we have already the inbuilt function for the switching it frames with the locator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use switch to, and here let us get the iframe locator. I'm going to copy the element, and here it is iframe. So I'm copying this and giving here. So with this step, it will switch to this iframe, and then it will wait for the element. Then the next thing is we need to click on this. So I'm going to click on this, which is the input. Then we need to enter the date. So I'm just going to give fill field. So here also, if you see here, we have the fill field like a text. We can fill a text field or text area. So as here, if you see, it is a input tag. We can use this fill field function. So for that, what they are telling, first we need to pass the locator, and then we need to pass the text that needs to be filled. So I'm going to give this, and then date. So let me give, so let us check the format of this. So here this is the format, which is the the month, and then date, and then year. So first is month. I'm going to give April month, and then date, and then year. Okay, So let me run this script. So what is the command to run the script? npx CodeceptJS run, and we need to pass the test file, as we are running only single file. That's why we need to pass the test name here. So it has picked up the browser, launched the browser, and with the URL, and it needs to enter the date now. Yes, if you see, it has entered the date, April 8, 2025. So this is how one way you can do it. So there is another way you can do it. Let me show that also. DatePicker with execute script. Okay, so here okay, so these things are all same, so I'm just going to copy this. Okay, here if you see execute script, so if there is a part of the script you need to execute, so that part you can write inside this function. For example, anything you need to handle with the JavaScript, so that and all you can write on the piece of code, you can write under this execute script, so it will run the script, whatever we have written in the set that function. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give execute script. So in this way we need to do, this is the syntax you can consider. So it's a function. So I'm going to pass the input DatePicker, which is the element locator, and in the DatePicker, which one we need to use? Set date, new date. I can give 03/07/2025, and I'm going to run only this one. So I just use this inbuilt feature of the CodeceptJS using dot only, so that it will skip this scenario and it will run only this scenario because of this, using dot only. Okay, let us run the script. So I'm going to give the run command here. It is launched the browser. See, you can see it has been entered with the 03/07/2025. So that's how we can do using with the execute script function also. So these are very simple functionalities that we can automate using simple steps and inbuilt functions with the CodeceptJS Playwright. So please subscribe to my channel for these kind of videos. Thank you. See you guys in my next video.